Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be bringing you guys some upcoming projects that I'm interested in. One of them is relatively new and the other one I've actually talked about in a previous video. They have a lot more sneak peeks, a lot more artwork, so I want to go ahead and take a deeper dive. Before I hop into today's video, make sure to follow me on Twitter at BlockchainGavin, like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and let's go ahead and dive into these projects. So the first project that I want to talk about is called Loveless City. Now this is an interesting project because as you can see, this isn't the typical trending art that we're used to. This is something quite unique. It is also an artist-led project, so the founder and team member behind this project is Loveless Tennessee. They also have Von Doom as one of the project founders and leads on this project, and I was actually able to hop on a call with him just about an hour ago so he could break down a little bit more about Loveless City for me so I could give you guys some more information, basically tell you guys why this is going to be such an exciting project. So first off, we have the artist here, Loveless Tennessee. His artwork is actually quite popular in the Chinese market. So essentially what this drop is going to be is there's only going to be 3,333 and they're going to be the Loveless City Metro Passes. So one thing I really love about this project, besides the artwork and besides the fact that it is led by the artist who's actually on the project and not just an artist that's commissioned for the project, is that there's actually only going to be 3,333 of these. And on top of that, these are going to be access passes. So if you think something like JRNY Crypto, where he has his launch pad, if you own the JRNY token, eventually you're going to be able to mint their further stuff down the line, as well as any other collaborations they partner with. And so what's going to happen with Loveless City is they're going to do their Metroverse pass. And essentially when you mint one of these Metroverse passes, it's going to give you access to the Loveless City, and depending on the rarity, you're going to have different access. So one thing I will mention is that it says it's in February, but it's actually going to be in March. And then we have the second drop, and these city metro passes are going to give you access to their second drop, which is going to be their generative profile collection of 6,666. So if you own one, you're going to get a free mint plus gas. And I'm completely speculating here. No one knows what the PFPs are going to look like, but just based off of the artist's artwork, I would kind of think that it would look something like these, which I think do look really cool. And as you see, we have a Creepz here. So if you don't know, the Creepz Genesis collection, those minted for like 0.069, and within like the first trading week on OpenSea, they actually hit like 11 ETH. It was absolutely insane. So as you can see, in late March, they have their third drop, and this is already a confirmed collaboration. So Loveless City will be collaborating with Creepz. Now this one isn't necessarily a free mint, but again, if you have the Metroverse pass, you're gonna get like first access to this. So it's basically like being whitelisted or having access before the whitelist even gets to mint. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on regarding the art, the fact that this is an artist-led project, it just means that the entire project, the art styles, going from the Metro Pass to the second drop, where it's going to be the generative PFP collection, to the third drop, it's all going to be like very seamless and cohesive because it's all from the same artist who has the same art style, which is just going to give more value added to the entire collection as a whole, because it's not going to be like slightly different variations of art styles commissioned from just different artists. But I would say the biggest thing for me looking at this project is just the fact that it's something different. It's not following the trend. It's an artist-led project who has a great team behind it, such as Von Doom. And on top of that, they already have really great collaborations lined up, which they already have one confirmed and announced to the public, Creepz, which again is a massive project, especially for having 11.1k items in the collection and having nearly a 2.4 ETH floor price last I checked. That is amazing. So it's great to see that they're doing something completely unique and different, and that they already have partnerships lined up. And this is kind of going to be something where on a project like this, the point is that the flippers are going to get punished because the value of the Metro Pass should increase in value as they keep making these collaborations and dropping these other free mint plus gas projects that you're not going to be able to access unless you have the Metroverse Pass. And again, there's only 3.3k for the Genesis collection, which is pretty awesome. I really love when projects do like a low mint for a Genesis, which gives you access or like some type of pass onto their future collection or collaboration that is going to be a bigger supply. So that is it for Loveless City. Their Metro Pass is minting on March 4th, so that's in about 5 days from now. The mint price is 0.11 ETH on a 3,333 collection, which is awesome. So, I would expect these to do fairly well. Again, they're not part of the trend. I would always, watch how OpenSea volume goes before you just ape into something. You want to make sure you're looking at sales activity and everything. But from a project standpoint, from the art and the team, I really like what's happening here. I like where this project is going, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with it in the future and what holding a Metro Pass is going to give access to its holders. All right, so the next project that I want to talk about is called Everai. So I've actually been watching this project since around 5, 6, or 7k followers, but I wanted to kind of see like how they were building things out, and I also wanted to see what the roadmap and website looked like because they didn't have that out yet. They also have this awesome video which I'm going to play for you guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull that up now. We can give it a watch. It's only 37 seconds. So if you can't tell already, this collection is highly inspired by anime series like Gundam or something like Evangelion Neon Genesis. They've got nearly 30,000 followers on Twitter right now, and so what I want to do is go ahead and hop over to their website. I don't believe that they have a mint date yet, so they certainly have a lot of room to grow, like I said, but I do really like the art style of this project. I like how they set up their website and everything. I did also manage to get into a call with one of the team members just before filming this video as well. So essentially what this collection is going to be is that it is going to be a 10,000 collection, and it is going to be based on their character known as DYOR. And so DYOR is going to have 10,000 unique skins, and so anyone who mints this is going to essentially own a variation of DYOR. So basically how they explained it to me is that as if you were playing a game, you go on different missions or quests, for instance, maybe you have a tank, maybe you have a healer or whatever it is, or maybe you just have different aesthetics and skins in the game that you would use. But essentially, so for the first collection, there's going to be 10,000 of them, and they are going to be different skins of DYOR. And so the overall goal of the Everai universe is to eventually expand and create a game where all of the heroes in the game, such as DYOR, are playable in the game. And so I definitely recommend that you guys come check out the website. There's a lot going on. I really like the visuals and the animations that they've done here. Now, I will say that's definitely very far out. Building a game takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of resources and energy, and you got to have the right team behind it, as we've seen with many projects, but specifically recently Pixelmon. You do have to be aware of that when you're minting an NFT for the game aspect. So for the most part, Everai is going to be built on the community. They plan on doing a lot of stuff. They've got some cool artwork. It is anime themed. So that's pretty much it for Everai. This is a project that I would definitely keep an eye out for. I think it has a lot going for it. They have very ambitious plans. Whether or not they can deliver on those plans is yet to be determined, but at the very least, I do like where they're going with the project. I do like the artwork behind it, and I think it definitely has potential. The last project that I want to touch on is called PhantomNetwork. Now, I did talk about this project about a month ago, but at the time they didn't have any real teasers or sneak peeks yet. All I said is that this is a project that you should definitely be looking out for because it was by the same founding team members behind Nanoverse. It's a pretty well off and successful project. Since then, they have dropped some sneak peeks, their artwork, their collaborations, and it is absolutely insane. The artwork is fantastic. They're creating some amazing lore. I'm not in their Discord. They do have a Discord. It just recently opened up, but it is locked. I'm not in there. So I would play this video for you guys, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get copyrighted on the music. So I definitely encourage you guys to go watch it. It is pretty sweet. And then one thing I will say is, this is obviously alluding to some sort of collaboration. Anyways, you guys should definitely check this project out. If you hadn't already heard about it or found out about it in my previous video, this is a project that is probably going to do crazy numbers when it launches. The team has a ton of experience. They have a ton of connections, and these are the types of projects that you usually see hitting the floor with ridiculously high floor prices, doing an amazing ROI on the original mint. So this is a project that I would definitely spend time on because, like I said, a project like this could make up for 10 or 20 or 30 other projects just based on the artwork, the level of hype, and everything else. So that's pretty much it for this video. The last thing I wanted to touch on was current sentiment in the NFT market. As you can see, and as I mentioned in previous videos, we are steadily seeing lower and lower volume. We only saw $67 million in volume yesterday, and that's of course largely due to the fact that we were seeing crypto have a very nice pump. When we're seeing this type of volume, this is when you need to take a step back, relax, wait for prices to dip to buy in or settle, because this is often where people make mistakes thinking floor prices are really low and you're getting a steal. But really on most collections, if they're not super established, you're kind of just trying to catch a falling knife. So definitely be careful, be aware of that. That's pretty much it for me for this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at blockchaingavin, like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.